Coming up on MCTV this week, the city of Monmouth emerges from a recession, and with 1.4 billion cubic kilometers in the world, why we still need to conserve it. This week starts now. Welcome to MCTV this week. For camera and line, I'm Bronwyn File. Expansion and economic growth are two important topics of discussion for the city of Monmouth. With recent renovations to the downtown area and more building projects in the works, the city of Monmouth seems to be on the upside of a down economy.
Generally, the economic outlook for Monmouth is really strong. We've been really lucky in the recession to be sort of an island surrounded by agriculture where the ag sector is really strong. We also have a mayor and a city council who've been very prudent fiscally, so we've been able to maintain balanced budgets without having to cut too much.
Most of that growth has been in business construction, and according to Skydema, one key factor helps Monmouth.
We're really lucky here in Monmouth because the bypass that goes around our community is very close to the town, as opposed to, like, say, in Roseville, where you can't even see Roseville when you're going around the bypass. So it's a really fertile area for development. I mean, we've got the best, newest hotel for 50 miles. We've got a lot of new construction going on out there, but that's mostly commercial.
New opportunities for rentals and construction of moderate low-income to high-income housing are growing. Prairie Point, a new housing development towards the outside of town, filled up quickly.
And there's been a lot of growth, if you notice the new construction around the bypass. So generally, economically, the economic growth of the city is on the upswing.
Skydema said that more housing construction is needed, and the city continues to focus on that.
Last Friday, March 22nd, marked the 20th anniversary of World Water Day. Tori Philbin tells us how we conserve water to commemorate this important event.
Even though water is a renewable resource, it is also scarce. The Earth contains 1.4 billion cubic kilometers of water, but only 0.001% is available for human consumption. 70% of water is used for agricultural reasons.
Ways that we use it and the energy and materials and the cost that it takes to get water to us in excessive amounts is bad for the environment in a lot of ways. So in addition to just wasting water by, putting large amounts of it in spots where it doesn't belong, or, depleting it in other areas of the world, in addition to those problems, things like plastic water bottle production and just water waste in general kind of add to some of the problems and make it important to conserve water for many reasons.
As things like climate change and a problematic food system impact water supply, it is also important to save water in order to enhance future food production. There are several ways to reduce water waste, such as eating less meat, using mobile technology, and conserving soil.
You can outfit your house with a gray water system, which is a way to recycle water. So the water that we shower in and do our dishes in is water that we wouldn't necessarily drink again before filtering it, but you can still water plants with it.
For MCTV, I'm Tori Philbin.
And if you would like more information on conserving water, you can visit the food tank at foodtank.org, or if you'd like more information on World Water Day, visit unwater.org.
Monday night, the most recent archaeological lecture looked at the differences between how people wrote about events and how visual art represented the events. Visiting Assistant Professor of Archaeology at Knox College, Jason Nethercutt, spoke about how viewers of ancient art and texts need to be open-minded and understand the culture of the artist behind the art, and see different views or aspects of it to get a better understanding.
And so what I was looking at was sort of the ways that Roman culture produced art in different media and how the overlaps between those two. So in a sense, it was getting really intimately connected with the Roman mind, if we can do something like that. So I think in itself, of course, I'm biased, but I think that's a valuable thing anyway, to get to know a culture in a more intimate way, and you can always do that through their literature and their art.
The lecture was sponsored by the Monmouth College Classics Department in cooperation with the Western Illinois Society of the Archaeological Institute in America. Host comedian Chad Daniels' jokes received some criticism as his laughable entertainment became somewhat hurtful last Friday night. Mike Oshevsky has more on Friday night's comedian.
Prospective students and students alike flocked to the Doll Chapel this Friday to listen to comedian Chad Daniels perform for the first time on MC's campus. The ASAP-sponsored event received mixed emotions as Daniels' comedy routine covered some touchy subjects.
My first girlfriend in college was black. We were making out one night, and she said, "Whisper something crazy in my ear." So I said, "I'm probably not going to tell my grandma about it."
On one side, students enjoyed the comedian's stand-up routine.
I think he's a comedian's comedian. He says what he wants, and I think a lot of his jokes are pretty identifiable. He's very observant.
He was very raunchy. He wasn't afraid to make jokes that would offend anyone in the crowd, and that was just really funny.
On the other hand, some students felt his stand-up routine left more to be desired.
He was horrible. I was very disappointed. He was not funny, like, at all. I feel like the comedians in the past we've had have been, I always go to comedians because I like to laugh, and they've just been great. Sarah Colonna was great. The guy at the beginning of the semester was great. He was bad. He was really horrible.
For MCTV, I'm Mike Oshevsky.
April 4th at 9 p.m., ASAP will hold a coffee house featuring musical duo Tall Heights in the Underground. For more information on Chad Daniels, visit his website at chaddaniels.com.
The U.S. spends over $1 trillion a year on defense, so last Wednesday, students and faculty gathered to discuss. Last Wednesday, the college held the latest installment in its Great Decisions lecture series. Steve Bloomer of the Office of Development and College Relations led a presentation on how the American government chooses to allocate funding for defense. Bloomer, who has 28 years of military experience, believes it is important which officials assess threats to American well-being and form appropriate responses, particularly at a time when the country is faced with a rapidly increasing national debt.
Because defense is one of the three main pivot points in our budget reduction talks, the other being Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, it's very relevant. It's going to be relevant for the next several years until we start on a track that helps reduce our national debt and get our fiscal house in order.
In the discussion, Bloomer also discussed the increasing threat of cyber attacks and how that affects everyday Americans' lives. Taking a look at some events on campus this week. Tonight, come on down to Scotland Yard and Stockdale Center for ASAP's game show night, playing Family Feud and other classics. The fun starts at 9:30. No class on Friday or Monday due to the Easter holiday. We hope you have a safe and happy holiday. And next Thursday, the ASAP Coffee House is bringing in the talents of musical duo Tall Heights to the Underground at 9 p.m.
Up next in sports. Monmouth College standout on the hardwoods, Spenser Williams signed a professional deal to play in the WABA this week. We've got the details next. After guiding his throwers to 2 school records and a 5th-place finish at the NCAA Indoor Championships 2 weeks ago, an MC track and field coach was honored this week with a national award. Tyler Brenneisen has more.
1 week after leading his squad to a top 5 finish at Nationals, Monmouth assistant coach Brian Woodard was named Assistant Coach of the Year by the United States Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. 2013 has been a record-setting year for the MC Throws crew.
We swept both the weight and the shot put, and I think we did that last year indoor as well. And last year outdoor nationals we had 4 out of 6 go to nationals, so you can definitely tell by how much we've improved that, you know, he's doing a really good job with all of us.
Under Woodard's tutelage, junior Raven Robinson set the school mark in the shot put at the NCAA championships with a 47 feet 6 1/4 inch effort. Robinson credits her coach.
He works our tail off. We lift a lot, we practice a lot, and we work hard, and he tells us what to do, and we try to listen. So I give him all the credit, really I do.
But to Woodard, the accolades belong to his athletes.
Obviously, very humbled, honored by all means. People have congratulated me on it, and I just continue to say, I put the plan together for the kids to execute, and they execute it, and they make me look good. So definitely honored, and for the rest of the country, the rest of the coaches across the country in Division III, to recognize some of the work that we've done here at Monmouth is a true honor.
For MCTV Sports, I'm Tyler Bernisen.
Thank you, Tyler. After an indoor campaign which saw them finish 5th in the NCAA Indoor Championships, the outdoor track and field squad gears up for their season. That'll begin this weekend at the Washington University Invitational down in St. Louis. For the second consecutive year, a Monmouth athlete will take their talents to the next level and play professionally. Last year, of course, it was Alex Tanney, and this year, it's Zipporah Williams. Last week, the senior forward signed to play with the Chicago Lady Steam of the Women's American Basketball Association, a semi-pro league set to relaunch in May.
I'm really excited. Starting my senior night, I just thought it was going to be the end of my career playing ball, but when I got the good news, I was really pumped up, excited to keep playing the game that I love.
Aside from playing full-time in the WABA, Williams will have the opportunity to play in Spain this summer, and her Lady Steam squad will open for the WNBA's Chicago Sky. Despite playing in the paint in college, Williams signed to play pro ball as a guard, something Coach Melissa Bittner believes she is capable of doing.
And I think that there's a niche that she might be able to fill. She's a fantastic rebounder, and I can see her really getting after the boards. And you never know, what opportunities might present itself if she really works hard.
I just have that mentality that I could play anywhere on the floor and just work hard at it and give it 100%.
Williams thanks Coach Bittner for the development of her game.
Throughout my career playing ball my whole life, she is one of the best coaches that I ever had. So to me, no one will replace her, and I will always remember the cues and the keys that she tells me all the time in practice, and I would transition to that to playing pro ball.
Williams pulled down 818 rebounds in her Monmouth career to go along with a stunning 1,145 points. She'll definitely be a force at the next level. That's it for sports. Here are your scores for this week.
What? Really?
Really?
Come
Who
on.
even eats that much? That's a slouch.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Who's gonna pick that up?
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Thursday night, Monmouth College hosted the Maple Leaf Community Concert Series, which featured Diva-Palooza. During the concert, Diva-Palooza's members, Jane Peeney, Janelle Lauer, and Lynn Rothrock, performed numerous songs for Monmouth townspeople and Monmouth College students. The three singers all have different backgrounds that came together to form a band. Jane Peeney's background in music consists more of rock and roll, while her daughter, Janelle Lauer, sings more rhythm and blues. And singer, Lynn Rothrock, sings more musical theater. The singers have been singing together for about 6 or 7 years.
We perform a wide variety of music. We're all three pretty different from each other.
And so between the three of us, we cover a lot of different musical styles, and that's sort of what makes our show unique, is that we cover lots of styles.
Upcoming concert series events will be April 13th, October 24th, and December 12th at 7 p.m. in the Dahl Chapel.
That's it for MCTV. I'm Kyle McEwen.
And I'm Bronwyn File. Be sure to tune in next week for a new edition of MCTV.
And I'm Cameron Line, reminding you that you can find us on the web 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at monmouthcollege.edu/MCTV. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.